Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day. I wake to the sound of laughter echoing through our modest home. Clover is in the kitchen, her cheerful voice floating down the hallway. The smell of pancakes fills the air, mingling with the warmth of the morning sun filtering through the curtains. I stretch, a smile creeping across my face, grateful for the family we've built together. My heart swells with pride as I think of our two beautiful children, Ethan and Lily, playing together in the living room. Morning, sleepyhead. Clover beams as I shuffle into the kitchen. She's wearing that old apron, the one with the cartoon cat on it, and her hair is tied up in a messy bun. I can't help but chuckle at the sight. She always knows how to make the ordinary feel special. Smells amazing in here, I say, grabbing a plate. What's the occasion? She glances at me, her eyes sparkling with mischief. Oh, just celebrating our little family. And I have some news. My heart races a little. Clover has that way of making everything feel monumental. What is it? You look like you're about to burst. With a dramatic flourish, she places her hands on her hips. I'm pregnant. The words hang in the air, and for a moment, the world stands still. My brain processes the news, and joy floods through me. Really? Oh my God, Clover, that's incredible. A third baby. Isn't it? She replies, her grin widening. I just know it's going to be another beautiful addition to our family. We embrace, and I feel the warmth of her body against mine, the familiar scent of her hair enveloping me. But in the back of my mind, a small voice whispers, just a nagging doubt. We had always agreed that 2 kids were enough, so why the sudden change? The next few weeks pass in a blissful haze. We plan for the future, discussing baby names and rearranging the kids' rooms. Yet, amidst the joy, I feel a slight unease. Clover's phone seems to be her new best friend, glued to her side, and she's been taking longer to respond to my texts. One evening, I find her sitting on the couch, eyes glued to her phone, a smile creeping across her face. I lean over, trying to catch a glimpse of what's got her so captivated. Who are you texting? I ask playfully. She quickly locks her phone, a flicker of something in her eyes. Fear? Guilt? Oh, just a friend, she replies, a little too quickly. Just a friend? I raise an eyebrow, my heart racing. Does this friend know we're having another baby? She shifts, her expression faltering. Of course. It's just someone from work. Seems like you're awfully close with this friend. Her laughter feels forced, but she brushes it off. You're being silly. I love you, remember? As days turn into weeks, my unease grows. I decide to visit my doctor for a routine checkup, mainly to ease my mind about Clover's pregnancy. After some tests, the doctor leans back in his chair, his expression serious. I need to discuss something important with you. A chill runs down my spine. What is it? You're infertile. The words hit me like a punch to the gut. I can't breathe. That can't be right. I have 2 kids. I'm a father. He shakes his head gently. I understand this is hard to hear, but the tests don't lie. You cannot conceive. The realization crashes over me like a wave. Clover's pregnancy, our 3rd child, could not possibly be mine. My mind races, piecing together the fragments of our life together. All those years, all those smiles, were they real, or just a facade? I stagger out of the office, my hands trembling as I replay every moment with Clover. The laughter, the joy, the plans for the future, it all feels like a cruel joke. I can't bear the thought of her betrayal, but I know I can't confront her yet. I need to plan my next move. As I sit in my car, staring blankly at the road ahead, the rage begins to simmer beneath the surface. Clover has betrayed me, and I won't let her get away with it. I start to formulate a plan, one that will break her as she broke me. That night, when she asks me how my day was, I smile, hiding the storm brewing inside. Just another day, babe, I reply, my voice steady. But we need to talk about our future. Of course. I can't wait to start planning for the baby, she chirps, blissfully unaware. Oh, it's more than that, Clover. I think it's time we reassess everything. Her smile falters slightly, and for a moment, I see a flicker of concern in her eyes. I know then that she senses something is off, but I won't give her the satisfaction of revealing my hand just yet. The game has just begun, and I intend to play it to win. As I lay in bed that night, I can't sleep. The walls feel like they're closing in, and the truth looms larger than ever. Clover has stolen my trust, my love, and my family. Soon, she will learn the price of betrayal, and I will ensure that she never forgets it. The following days are a blur of tension and hidden emotions. Clover is vibrant and excited about the baby, throwing herself into planning, while I wear a mask of feigned enthusiasm. I'm becoming an expert at keeping my true feelings buried beneath a facade of normalcy. But inside, the turmoil rages. One evening, Clover suggests a family dinner. Let's celebrate the baby, she says, her eyes sparkling with joy. We should invite your parents. They'll be thrilled. Sure, that sounds great, I reply, forcing a smile. I'll call them. As I dial my parents' number, my heart races. I can't help but think how blissfully unaware they are of the storm brewing in my life. When my mother answers, her voice is filled with warmth. Oh honey, it's so good to hear from you. How's everything? Good, Mom. Really good. We're having another baby. I announce, trying to sound as enthusiastic as Clover. Oh, that's wonderful news, she exclaims. We'll be there. I can't wait to see Clover and the kids. Looking forward to it, I reply, hanging up after exchanging pleasantries. That night, after the kids are in bed, I find Clover in the living room, scrolling through baby name lists on her phone. I sit next to her, my mind racing with thoughts of revenge. Have you thought about how you want to announce it to everyone? I ask, trying to keep my tone light. She glances at me, her brow furrowing slightly. I thought we could do a cute social media post with a family photo. What do you think? Sure, I say, suppressing a bitter laugh. Let's capture the happy family moment. As the week drags on, I dive deeper into my plan. I've decided to confront Clover indirectly first, to see if she'll slip up. During dinner one night, I casually bring up the topic of our relationship. You know, I feel like we've been distant lately. Is everything okay with us? She looks taken aback. What do you mean? We're fine. I mean, we're about to have a third child. That's exciting. Right, but I just feel different. Like maybe you've been preoccupied. I watch her closely, searching for any sign of guilt. Of course not. She scoffs, then quickly recovers, forcing a smile. I'm just busy with work and the kids. You know how it is. Sure, I reply, masking my disappointment. Just wanted to check in. Later that night, as we prepare for bed, Clover leans over and kisses me, her lips soft against mine. You're being so sweet. I love you, you know that. Yeah, I know, I say, my voice flat. I love you too. After she drifts off to sleep, I can't close my eyes. Instead, I slip out of bed and grab my laptop. I start digging into Clover's social media, searching for any signs of infidelity. Hours pass as I sift through posts, messages, and photos, each click sending my heart racing. Then, I find it, a comment on one of her photos. Can't wait to see you again, babe. Miss you. The heart emoji punctuates the end of the message, and bile rises in my throat. It's from a guy named Jake, someone I vaguely recall from her work parties. I sit back, my blood boiling. This Jake is someone I need to know more about. With a few keystrokes, I manage to dig up his contact information. I decide I need to confront him, to see what kind of man he is. The next morning, as Clover prepares breakfast, I ask casually, "So, who's Jake? You seem to be pretty close." Her expression shifts instantly. "Jake? He's just a coworker." "Why do you ask?" I feign ignorance. "Just curious. He seems to comment on your posts a lot." "Oh, he's harmless. Just a jokester," she replies too quickly, turning back to the stove. That's when I know I'm onto something. I decide to play the long game, but I need more information first. That afternoon, I send a text to Jake, posing as someone from Clover's office. I can feel my heart pounding as I type. "Hey, this is Alex from accounting. Just wanted to check in. Heard you've been hanging out with Clover lately." I hit send and wait. A few minutes pass, and I'm on edge. Suddenly, my phone buzzes. "Hey. Yeah, Clover's awesome. We've been working on a project together. She's a lot of fun." I can almost hear the grin in his response. My hands tighten into fists. "Glad to hear it. Maybe we can all grab drinks sometime." "Sounds good to me. I'll let her know." I stop typing, my mind racing. I have to confront Clover about this. I can't let this continue. But I also need to make sure I have solid proof before I blow everything up. That evening, as we sit on the couch after putting the kids to bed, I turn to Clover. "So, what's the deal with Jake? You never mentioned how close you are." She stiffens, a flicker of something passing through her eyes, fear or maybe guilt. "He's just a coworker, really. Nothing more." "Are you sure? Because it sounds like he might think otherwise." Her face pales, and I can see her scrambling for words. "That's ridiculous. We're just friends. Just friends who miss each other." I press, my voice low. "I think you owe me the truth, Clover." Her eyes narrow, and for a moment, we're locked in a silent battle. "What do you want me to say?" she snaps. "I'm busy with work and the kids. I don't have time for this." "Are you really that naive?" I ask, the anger bubbling up. "I know what's going on. I found the messages." Clover's face goes pale, and for a split second, I see fear flicker across her features before she hardens. "You're being paranoid. You've changed since this pregnancy. You're acting like I'm cheating on you or something." "Maybe because you are." I shout, the words echoing in the quiet room. The air thickens with tension, and I can feel the weight of the truth hanging between us. "What proof do you have?" she challenges, crossing her arms defensively. "I'm working on it," I reply, my voice low but steady. "And when I have it, you'll wish you'd told me the truth." Clover's expression hardens, and she turns away from me. "You're being unreasonable." "No, I'm being realistic," I say, my voice cutting through the silence. "And I will find out the truth, Clover." As I storm off to the bedroom, my heart races with a mix of anger and determination. I know I'm on the right track, and soon, Clover's world will come crashing down. The seed of betrayal has been planted, and I'm ready to reap my revenge. As I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, I can almost taste the victory. She thinks she can keep lying to me, but soon enough, I'll have everything I need. I just have to be patient and let the plan unfold. Days slip by, each one stretching my patience thinner. Clover moves around the house, planning nursery colors and baby names, her cheerful demeanor infuriating. I can barely stand to watch her smile, knowing it's built on lies. Each time she laughs with the kids, it feels like a dagger to my heart. I need to move faster. The sooner I uncover the truth, the sooner I can act. One evening, I decide to take a different approach. Instead of lurking in the shadows, I'll confront Clover with what I know, but I need to bait her first. I want to create a situation that will force her to slip up. I casually mention a work dinner I've been invited to, hoping it'll distract her. "Hey, Clover," I say as we sit down for dinner, the kids already devouring their plates. "I got invited to a dinner tomorrow night with some colleagues. Should I go?" She looks up, surprise flickering in her eyes. "A dinner? With who?" "Just some guys from the office. You know, catching up on projects and stuff." Her fork clinks against her plate as she pauses. "What time?" "Starts around 7. I'll be back late." I watch her reaction closely, searching for signs of jealousy or unease. "Sounds good," she says, but I catch the slight tremble in her hands as she pours herself more water. I can feel the tension building between us, and I know I've struck a nerve. That night, after the kids are in bed, I'm restless. I scroll through my phone, looking for more information about Jake. I need to know the extent of their relationship. I finally find a social media photo of him with Clover, arms draped around each other, both of them laughing as if they share a secret. I can't shake the anger that rises in my chest. The next day, I wake up early, pretending everything is normal. I take the kids to the park, soaking up the last moments of innocence before I shatter our family's illusion. As I push Ethan on the swing, I glance at my phone, waiting for Clover to leave for work. She finally steps out, a spring in her step. "Have a great day with the kids," she calls, blowing me a kiss. "Yeah, you too." I reply, forcing a smile. Once she's gone, I swing into action. I grab my laptop and compose a message to Jake, tightening the noose around Clover's deception. "Hey, Jake. This is Alex from accounting. I heard you're close with Clover. I'd love to grab drinks and hear more about it. Let me know when you're free." I hit send, my heart racing with adrenaline. I know I'm about to step deeper into a dangerous game, but the thrill of it sends a shiver down my spine. That evening, I prepare for the work dinner, but my thoughts keep drifting to Jake. What if he knows about Clover's infidelity? What if he's just as clueless as I was? I need to find out, and this dinner might give me the perfect cover. At 7, I leave the house, a knot of anticipation twisting in my stomach. As I drive to the restaurant, I mentally prepare myself for whatever revelations the night might bring. When I arrive, I see Jake sitting at the bar, a tall, muscular guy with an easy smile. He spots me and waves, his face lighting up with excitement. "Hey, you made it. Clover said you'd be joining us. You're the famous husband." "Yeah, that's me," I reply, a tight smile on my lips. "Thanks for having me." We settle into conversation, and I feign casual interest, probing for information. "So, you and Clover have been working together a lot?" "Totally. She's brilliant. We've been working on that new project. You know how it is, long hours and all," he says, laughing. I keep my expression neutral. "Yeah, I get it. Must be nice to have such a great partner." He nods enthusiastically. "Absolutely. She's a blast to work with. We joke around a lot. She's got this amazing energy." "Really? Sounds like you two have developed quite the rapport." I lean closer, feigning casual curiosity. "Oh, for sure. We even went out for drinks last week after a late meeting. Just to blow off steam." His laughter feels like a punch to my gut. "Drinks, huh? Did you invite anyone else?" "Nope, just us. I mean, it was a work thing. You know how it is, right? His laughter rings in my ears, and I can feel the anger bubbling inside me. I know I need to control myself, but it's hard not to see red. Sounds like you've got a good friendship going, I say, my voice tight. Clover always said she enjoys working with you. Yeah, she's great. You're a lucky guy, man. The words strike me like a slap. Lucky? I'm anything but lucky. I take a deep breath, trying to suppress the rage. Yeah, lucky, I murmur, my mind racing. As the night goes on, I hear more and more about Clover's great energy, her laughter, and the late-night projects. Each word feels like a nail in my coffin. I excuse myself to the bathroom, trying to gather my thoughts. Looking in the mirror, I hardly recognize myself. I'm no longer the devoted husband, I'm a man on the brink of destruction. I need to act, and soon. When I return to the bar, I spot Jake scrolling through his phone. You okay, man? He asks, concern flickering in his eyes. Yeah, just a lot on my mind, I reply, forcing a smile. What's Clover like outside of work? You two seem pretty close. He laughs, a hint of bravado in his tone. She's awesome. Super fun. We've been out a couple of times. I mean, she's got this great vibe that just makes you want to be around her. My blood runs cold. Out a couple of times. Yeah, but it's no big deal. Just friends hanging out, right? Of course, I say, masking my fury. Just friends. As I sit back down, I can't help but feel the weight of the truth hanging over me. I need to confront Clover soon, but I want to do it in a way that she can't deny. When I finally leave the restaurant, I pull out my phone, ready to send another message to Jake. I need him to know that Clover's lying to him too. Hey, Jake, just a heads up. I know Clover's been busy, but if she's acting weird or secretive, I wouldn't ignore it. Just looking out for you. I hit send, feeling a mix of satisfaction and dread. I can already imagine how Clover will react and the truth starts unraveling. That night, I return home, my heart racing with anticipation. Clover is already in bed, and I slip in beside her, the tension thick in the air. Did you have fun? She asks, her voice soft. Yeah, it was okay, I reply, my mind racing. Jake talks a lot about you. She stiffens, and I can feel her body tense. Oh? What did he say? Just that you two hang out a lot, I say casually, watching her reaction closely. Her eyes narrow slightly. It's work-related. We've been busy. Busy having drinks, I guess. I shoot back, my voice steady. Drinks after work are normal. You're just being paranoid. I can see the anger flare in her eyes, and it gives me a rush of satisfaction. Am I? Why are you doing this? She demands, frustration etched across her face. Because I deserve to know the truth, Clover. For a moment, we stare at each other, the air thick with unspoken words. I can feel the power shifting in my favor. I know something is going on, and I'm going to find out what it is. She scoffs, but I can see the fear lurking behind her bravado. You're being ridiculous, she says, turning away from me. But I know I'm close to breaking her. Soon, the storm will hit, and when it does, I'll be ready. I lay in bed, plotting my next move, feeling a surge of adrenaline. The game is on, and I'm determined to come out on top. The days stretch on, each filled with a simmering tension that feels ready to explode. Clover's facade of happiness begins to crumble under the weight of our brewing conflict. I can feel the air between us thickening, filled with unspoken accusations and anger. I spend every spare moment plotting my next move, fueling the fire of my rage. It's not just about the betrayal anymore, it's about asserting my power in a situation where I felt utterly powerless. I've collected enough evidence from Jake to confront Clover directly, and the time has finally come. One evening, I wait until the kids are in bed before initiating the confrontation. Clover is sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone, and I can see her glowing face illuminated by the screen. I take a deep breath, my heart pounding with a mix of fear and anticipation. "Clover," I begin, my voice steady but low. She looks up, her expression shifting to wariness. "What is it? Is this about Jake again?" "Yes," I reply, holding her gaze. "It's about time we talk about him, about you." "Alex, I've already told you. There's nothing going on between us," she snaps, her voice rising defensively. I lean closer, my heart racing. "But I know the truth, Clover. I know you've been lying." Her expression falters, a flicker of panic crossing her face. "What do you mean?" I pull out my phone and show her the messages between Jake and me. "You thought I wouldn't find out. You've been flaunting this relationship right under my nose." Her eyes widen as she reads the messages, and I see the color drain from her face. "You were spying on me." "Not spying, just connecting the dots," I reply coldly. "You're the one who invited this disaster into our lives." "What do you want me to say?" she asks, desperation creeping into her voice. "I made a mistake. We were just friends. Friends who go out for drinks and share secrets." I interrupt, my anger boiling over. "You think I'm that stupid?" Clover opens her mouth, searching for words, but I can see the panic setting in. "Alex, please. I love you. I didn't mean for this to happen." Love? Is that what you call it?" I laugh, a harsh sound that fills the silence. "You don't even know what love is if you can betray the person who trusts you the most." Tears well up in her eyes, and I feel a pang of sympathy, but I quickly push it aside. "Don't even try to play the victim here, Clover. You made your choice, and now you'll face the consequences." Her eyes flash with anger. "Consequences? What do you plan to do, Alex? You think you can just destroy everything because you're angry?" I lean in closer, the tension crackling between us. "I'm not just angry, Clover. I'm done playing nice." Before she can respond, I pull out my phone again and call Jake. My heart pounds as I listen to the ringing on the other end, and I can see Clover's eyes widen in horror. "Hello?" Jake's voice comes through, casual and cheerful. "Jake, it's Alex. We need to talk," I say, my voice firm. Hey man. What's up?" "I think you know what's up," I reply, glaring at Clover, whose face has turned ashen. "You need to get over here. Now." "Right now?" he asks, confusion evident in his tone. "Is everything okay?" "No. It's not. Get here in 10 minutes, or I swear I'll make your life hell." I hang up, turning my gaze back to Clover, who's shaking her head. "You can't do this. You'll regret it." "Regret? I'm already living a nightmare, Clover. You don't get to decide what I feel anymore." I snap. Moments later, the doorbell rings, and I can feel the adrenaline coursing through my veins. I stride to the door, opening it to reveal Jake standing there, his expression a mix of concern and confusion. "Hey, Alex. What's going on?" he asks, glancing at Clover. "Come in," I say, my tone clipped. "We need to talk." As Jake steps inside, Clover tries to intervene. "Alex, please. This isn't necessary." Ignoring her, I motion for Jake to sit down. "We need to clear the air," I say, my voice cold. "I think it's time you learned the truth about your friendship with Clover." Jake furrows his brow, glancing between us. "What do you mean?" I take a deep breath, my anger rising. Clover is not the person you think she is. She's been lying to you and to me. Clover stands up, panic flooding her features. Alex, don't do this. But I press on, fueled by the betrayal. You two have been hanging out, going for drinks, and acting like there's nothing wrong. Did you know she's pregnant with my child? Jake looks shocked, his eyes darting to Clover. What? Is this true? Jake, it's complicated, Clover starts, but I cut her off. Complicated? No. It's simple. She's been cheating on me with you. You think she cares about you? You're just a distraction. Clover's face twists in anger. You don't know what you're talking about. I didn't cheat on you, Alex. I was lonely. Lonely? You had a family who loved you. I retort, my voice rising. You threw it all away for a fling. Jake's face turns red, realization dawning on him. Clover, is this true? I didn't mean for it to happen, she stammers, her voice trembling. No, Clover. You had a choice. I shout, feeling the fury bubble over. And you chose to betray me. Jake stares at Clover, betrayal etched on his face. How could you do this? I thought we were friends. Please, I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt either of you, she cries, desperation lacing her words. The atmosphere thickens with tension, and I can feel the anger radiating off both men. You don't get to play the victim, I say, my voice steady. You've caused this mess, and now you need to face it. Jake's expression shifts from confusion to rage as he processes the situation. I can't believe this. I trusted you, Clover. Trust? That's rich coming from you. I snap back. You're just as guilty in this mess. The air is thick with hostility as Jake shakes his head in disbelief. I can't do this anymore. I need to go. He turns to leave, but I step in front of him. Not so fast. You're part of this, too. You think you can just walk away after everything? Alex, stop. Clover pleads, tears streaming down her face. This isn't helping. Shut up. I shout, my rage boiling over. You've had your say. Jake glares at me, fists clenched. What are you going to do, Alex? Beat me up? You're pathetic. I take a step closer, my voice low and dangerous. I'm going to make sure you both understand the consequences of your betrayal. Clover's eyes widen in horror. What are you talking about? Don't do anything crazy. But it's too late. My heart is racing as I grab my phone and start recording. This is going online, both of you. The world deserves to see the truth about the two of you. Are you insane? Jake shouts, his face paling. You can't do that. Oh, I can and I will, I reply, feeling a twisted sense of satisfaction. Everyone deserves to know about your affair. I'll make sure your families know, too. Clover lunges for my phone, but I hold it out of reach, a cruel smile spreading across my face. Too late, Clover. This is your reckoning. With a quick flick of my thumb, I hit send, and the video starts uploading. Clover's face crumbles, the realization of what I've done washing over her. You monster, she screams, her voice filled with rage and heartbreak. But as I watch the upload progress, something shifts inside me. I've lost myself in the chaos, consumed by the desire for revenge, but at what cost? In that moment, I realize there's no going back. This isn't just about betrayal anymore, it's about destroying everything we built together. I turn to Clover, my heart heavy with a mix of triumph and sorrow. You've broken our family. I hope you're ready to face the consequences. Alex, please, she cries, desperation lacing her voice. You don't have to do this. But I'm done listening to her pleas. The pain she caused me runs too deep, and as I stand there, I feel a sense of finality wash over me. Goodbye, Clover, I say, my voice cold. We're done. With that, I walk out, leaving her in the shattered remnants of our life together. As I step into the night, I can hear her cries behind me, but I don't look back. I know that I've crossed a line from which there's no return. In the days that follow, the fallout is swift. The video spreads like wildfire, and both Clover and Jake face the consequences of their actions. Friends turn against them, families are torn apart, and the life we once shared crumbles to dust. I watch from a distance, a mixture of satisfaction and regret swirling within me. I've exacted my revenge, but in doing so, I've lost everything I ever cared about. The weight of betrayal lingers in the air, a constant reminder of the love we once had and the destruction that followed. As I sit alone in my empty home, I realize that sometimes the cost of revenge is too high. And as the shadows grow longer, I understand that in seeking to destroy my enemies, I've ultimately destroyed myself. In the end, Clover and I part forever, both marked by the scars of betrayal and hatred. It's a tragic conclusion to a story that began with love, now left in ruins, a haunting reminder that sometimes the greatest enemy lies within ourselves.